What's up, superstars? We are starting off a new YouTube series called Zero to Hero. In this video series, we're going to be covering artwork solutions where we turn graphics that are zeros to graphics that are heroes. We get a bunch of artwork submissions on a daily basis, and unfortunately, some of them are limited to the quality of the artwork that they have access to. Some of our customers just don't have access to the previous artwork from the previous printer, and some are just limited to a web quality version of the artwork, which in most cases is not ideal for printing DTF with. So in this video series, we're going to be covering and sharing videos of us fixing graphics. Some of them are hard, some of them are easy, but most importantly, we're going to be sharing the fundamentals that you're going to be learning to teach you how to fix these graphics so that you might be able to tackle one of these projects yourself in the future. So let's head over to our screen so I can share this current project with you guys, and I'll let you guys know what is required in order for us to fix this. All right, let's take a look at the artwork on our computer. So I'm going to use Photoshop. That's going to be our tool today. This is the artwork that we received. I'm just going to go ahead and zoom in a bit to take a look at it. It is transparent, but it's very, very low in quality. You already see the jagged edges here. Just checking out the image size, I'm seeing that this image is already at basically 3.4 by 3.4 and only 72 resolution. So very small image to begin with. Secondly, it's also very low in resolution. When you take a look at an artwork like this, it is very difficult to make out because it is very detailed. We are not actually able to even use the vectorizer AI tool to get this done because it is just too detailed, and all these small details will get washed up when you're using the app or the program. So in this scenario, unfortunately, we're gonna have to recreate this by hand and from scratch and in the manual process. It's a very time-consuming process, but I wanted to show you guys exactly how we get it done so that you can take some tips and tools on what we use in order to get this project done. Again, we also try to look online to see if there's a better quality available, but again, this is the only one that's available, so this is the only thing that we have working with. So let's go ahead and get this job done.
Today, we'll be working on this artwork. To begin, I tried using Vectorizer to see if the AI could handle vectorizing it. However, it couldn't. Given that the image is somewhat pixelated, I'll be manually creating this by using shapes to match the original artwork. The process is basic, but can be quite tedious and meticulous, especially ensuring all the points align correctly. There are small adjustments to be made later. I'm not using any specialized techniques right now, but I am differentiating the colors I use. This helps to see if something overlaps or is left uncovered. It's important to make sure that every anchor point is inside one another, so there aren't any stray points causing issues later on. While working on the artwork, it's best to take it slow, ensuring no mistakes are made that might be harder to correct once expanded. For the edges, I tend to go slightly beyond the desired boundary. This is because I'll be pulling on the anchor point's control handles later to create a smoother curve. Using the Shape Builder tool, I'll remove overlapping areas to maintain consistency. Unfortunately, finding the perfect font has been challenging due to its distorted nature. I've been searching manually online and in various font books. While it's a serif font and there are many references, pinpointing the exact one is tough. I found that Cooper Black might be a close match, though some adjustments are needed. One of the challenges when updating a logo with text is matching the exact font, especially when it's distorted. For this, manual intervention is often required. Using the Type on Path tool, I'll make sure the text follows the designated path. After adjusting the font size and orientation, I'll move on to the other elements of the design. For irregular shapes like small animals, I'll be using the pencil tool, making sure to turn off the fill so that I can see the shape I'm tracing. Given that this image is both detailed and pixelated, the cleanup process will be time-consuming, but with patience, the end result should be worth it.
And there you have it, guys. Make sure you guys bookmark and save this video in case you want to refer back to some steps. We hope you found this video helpful and you learned a thing or two. If there's something specific you'd like to see or learn, please let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please support the channel and smash that like and subscribe button. We're trying to hit 100,000 and we need your help. If you want to see another awesome video where we utilize a very cool AI tool, make sure you check out that video next. My name's Phil. I'll catch you on that next one, guys.